crafty friends and creatives from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. DJ here, and today we're playing in the art journal. This is a free June kit, and all the details are in the description box below. Started this in the second video, and you can go watch that to see how we got to here. Before I play some more in here, I just wanted to show you that I made another version of this. This could probably be a little shorter, huh? And this one, I just used those half fold sheets and I put them together, and I just put a piece of twine. I put 2 holes with a pokey tool, and I just fed some twine through. And this, you could make this into a bow if you wanted to. You could do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I was just trying to do something quick to demonstrate this other version of this. And yeah, that's it. And so if you don't want to do, say, the cardboard, you can just use the half fold pages that I gave you and do that. So we'll do a little in there, we'll do a little in here, we'll see how we make out. Here, I brought some stuff out. I have this Tim Holtz paper I've been hoarding forever. I thought maybe we could use some of this. It's like that tissue paper. But if you don't have this, you can use regular like gift wrap tissue paper and go get some stamps that you have and just take some black StazOn ink or permanent ink and stamp on it, and you'll kind of get the same effect. I brought out some watercolor paper, but mixed media paper will work the same. I have some watercolors over there that I sprayed in case I want to use them. I brought a couple of stamps out. I didn't know what I wanted to use. And, you know, we're not going to necessarily have the same stamps, but I have some of these kind of mixed media ones that have like mark making on them and splatters and stuff. I thought those would be fun. We'll see. I have this set, which is kind of just wildflowers. I have this bold numbers set. And then I have these hand-drawn looking birds. So I thought maybe some of those. Oh, and these stitches and some other mixed media stuff. So, we'll see. We'll see. What else do I have? I pulled out some magazine pages from a magazine. These are just some art. This was an art magazine, so there were some very colorful artsy pages. But look through your magazines, you can get a lot of things. This word is pretty cool. So there's like, these are pretty cool. I thought these might work. But yeah, so go look through your magazines. You might find some goodies in there. And then I also have just a few of these paper bag pieces. So these were the pieces that this was the one I was doing the first video on to show you how to do the cardboard. And I just softened it up by kind of grabbing it and running it against itself. You don't want to do it too hard because it'll tear, which is fine. I mean, if you're going to tear this anyway to put it in your journal, then that's fine. I thought we could maybe try to watercolor or marker on them. I don't know. We'll see where we get. Anyway, here's one that that is kind of stiff. But so, and all I do is I kind of crumble it a couple of ways, and then I just grab it and I kind of mush it back and forth, and that really like softens the fibers without you having to add anything. I know that there's techniques where you can add lotion, and that's awesome too. I've done that before. But in this case, I wanted a dry substrate, so I just kind of take it and, you know, work with it. And then it's nice and soft, and it's easier to glue down and play with. So just some ideas there. And maybe here, I wanted to try, let's try putting some of this down. So this paper is a repeat pattern. I haven't used much of it, but I can use, I like the music, so let me see if I can pull some of this. Again, if you don't have this, you can just stamp on some tissue. It's not going to be as transparent as this, but you'll get some good results. I'll just grab some tissue and I'll show you. We'll do a side by side. I always have some of this around. Most of us do. If not, you can go get it at the dollar store. Fairly inexpensive. You usually get like, I don't know, 50 sheets for $1 or something. And this away, we'll stamp on it, and you want to use a permanent stamp, so I'm going to use my Stays On, and we'll use, let's see, we'll use some of the birdies. Do a couple of these real quick. These are fun. These are from Temu, and I ordered one of these, an extra one, to go in my 10K giveaway, so whoever wins that will get one of these when I reach 10K. I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I know I got a ways to go, but you know what? If I don't prep now, nothing will get done. So, all right. So we'll just take this birdie and we'll do this. See how this looks. Very cool. We'll do another bird. See, maybe this guy. Maybe this guy. I like these because they look like they're sketched. They're super fun. Now, we'll put you over here. And then I do have, there's some text on this. So if you have a text or a script stamp, go grab that. I have both. I'm going to use this script one. I'll just use a bit of it, not the whole thing. And this is just Stays On Jet Black that I'm using here. And I'm getting it all over me. That's okay. We're crafting. Just, it's upside down, I think. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Let's see what we get. That's cool. And let's see, do we have any left? A little. That's fine. We'll put that in here. Have a couple more. Let's see what I got. I think these are, yeah, these are Stampers Anonymous. I have this one that's kind of typed. So some of that, but go grab whatever stamps you have. You know what to do. This is a backwards stamp. When you stamp it, it stamps backwards. So there's that. That one's just some random numbers. I guess we could use that, right? Why not? Why not? Why not? All I do is spend my time stamping. We're never going to get to making. Okay. Try this one here. And I like to kind of press it down because then sometimes you get an uneven look, which I like a lot. Kind of do something like that. And maybe I'll get a butterfly and we can stamp over that script. This one was a Your Creative Studio. Just going to use my hands. I'm not going to use a block. And then maybe it'll be a little uneven. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's see now kind of how we do. Just going to put my stamps away quick. How is everyone today? Are you having a crafty day? Say hello in the comments. Tell me where you're tuning in from. And say hello. Hello, hello. Maybe you're just a lurker, and that's fine too. I'm usually half asleep when I'm watching videos. I'm surprised I even can remember most of them. let alone comment, so I get it. All right, so let's see. I thought maybe I would try to put like some of this down. Some of this kind of music paper, and I'm going to use this Master's Touch matte gel, and I can't find my gel brush. It's an actual brush that's kind of stiff and used, but that's okay. I think my craft room is the most borrowed from place in the house, and that's fine. I'm happy to share. But we're gonna have to use this because I don't have anything else. Let's go, I guess, this way. I think I need more. And I don't want it to be too perfect, you know? Because I'm not too perfect. Just get something down. We'll let that dry. Maybe I'll just tear it. Nope, now it's wet. Tear it when it's dry. All right, and let's take this little bird over here. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of tear around. You know what would be good here too, since I'm doing it this way, it reminded me, are napkins. You know, the 3-ply napkins that you can get. I don't have my water brush wet, so I'm just gonna tear this. But you can just kind of wet this like you do napkins if you do that sort of thing. And we'll put this over these music notes. Like this. So it's actually really good. I mean, it's not bad at all. I think it actually has a better effect than this other paper because you can hardly see any of the tissue, which is lovely to me. Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, so I wanted to get something like that down, and then I thought it would be fun to tear up some pages and add those, because that's what we've been doing. Maybe we can add a bit of this since I messed with it. And you could stamp on this also if you wanted to, or stitch it. Trying to see. I don't want to cover up the birdie. Maybe a piece of this. Maybe we'll grunge it up a little. Going right in with the ink pad. You know, it's all about creative play, so just kind of mess with it. If you don't like it after you put it down, pull it up. It actually just makes it look a little more messy and fun. So you can just do that. Okay, we have that. And then I think I want to add some color, so maybe put this to the side. I'm going to get out a hole punch. I'm just going to punch out some pieces randomly. It doesn't matter what you take. Just get a variety of color and texture, which you should be able to find in these. Okay, and then maybe we can, let's make these dark on the edges. I'm gonna be wearing ink all day, but that's okay because I had fun. Do this one. How did I lose 4 of them already? No matter how clean I try to keep this desk, it does not matter. Oh, that got a little in there. That's okay though. I don't mind. See, right there. It's all good. It's all good. All right, maybe I'll do something like that. I want to kind of cover that edge that's kind of raw there. Yeah. And I'm going to continue to use the matte gel, but you could glue these down, obviously. You can do whatever you want. It's your journal. Maybe you don't want circles. Maybe you want squares. Maybe you want to tear them and do something that way. Whatever works. Maybe I'll put one up here. And like I said, if you don't like it, you can tear it up. You can tear this whole page out, add another one, because we didn't tie it in a knot. We just tied it in a bow. So look at that. You just take it apart. Have fun. Let go. Just create. It doesn't matter. Nobody will see it unless you show it to them. So don't worry about it. You know, just kind of have fun. That's the key. And I am no like professional artist, but I love to play. And I think that's where the joy is. You know, when you can relax and kind of play. This one's going to give me trouble. I'm going to push you down like that. My finger tool. We all have one. All right, let me see if I can get you off. Are you going to come off? Probably not, because I put the matte gel on and I can't use those scissors. Oh, I had a knife. This will work. Wow, that is very strong. You wouldn't think it was that strong. Oh my. Okay. All right, no problem. Let's do this and push it back down. Save my birdie there. And this one I'm just gonna push over to the other side rather than try to continue to tear it since it doesn't want to do that. Perfect. Okay, and that little circle's going down in there because it likes it down there, apparently. All right, so we have that. And what else? What else? What else do I want to do on here? I think I want like another pop of color, like here. I have the fussy cuts somewhere. Maybe one of those mushrooms or a heart would be fun here. There's so many. There's too many to choose from. Can never have too many. Here's another mushroom. Nope, that one's too big. Here's a little heart. This one might be perfect. And then a word. And maybe some torn paper like over here somewhere. I don't know yet, but let me get this one down. Okay, I like that. I like that. I feel like I need something else there. Maybe some of these little circles. And you can just draw this stuff yourself. You don't have to use the fussy cuts I gave you. It's actually quite easy. Yeah, I think now I can kind of put some words in there. So let me wrap these up before I throw them all over the floor. We don't want to do that. And then we'll do a page maybe with some watercolor. What do you think? Oh, I have another one of these. I think I might put that on there too. Okay. Let's take this. Adventures in the Craft Room. So what do you guys think about an art journal? I don't know. Curious minds want to know. Do you like this month's journal idea? Or do you like more of a neutral palette? I like the color for once because I'm always working in grungy palettes, and this gives me a chance to explore with some color. I'm just gonna go over this whole thing, seal this in, and then I might come back with some gesso and some acrylic when that dries. We'll see. Let's put that over here. Let's go to this one. I want to do some stuff in this one since we have all this stuff out. Maybe we can do something like that, since I'm liking this paper way better than the other paper. Just doesn't want to tear. Maybe, you know, it's supposed to do that, I guess, but I think I might put him like this. Maybe you can do this on the cover. Yeah. I like it. Let's see how it shows up, actually, because it might not. I don't know. Actually, it might not on that page. It's so dark. Let's see if we got a brighter one. Oh, this one might be good. Let's do this. I should be working on something like this. Now, this paper might run a little, but if you don't want it to run, you could spray it, you know, if you're using an inkjet. If you have a laser, then you're probably golden. But that's cool. But if you're using an inkjet, there is, you can put a light spray of some kind of acrylic coat, clear coat over it to seal in some of that color if you want, or you can use Thompson's water seal. That works. I use that. I showed that in my last video. This is going to curl a little, but that's okay. Actually, I can just kind of paste this back here. This is like my favorite trick because you get some texture on your other pages and you don't have to cut anything. Right? Like so. Okay, good. There we go. All right, so we did that. That's fun. I want some book page. Not that one. All right. We have some of this, and I'm going to kind of try to tear it so I get like a little piece like this, because I think that would look cool, like right here. Nope. Went too far. There we go. I don't know. I know it when I see it. And, you know, if you don't want to wait, you can dry this with a blow dryer in between coats. I just want it to look kind of messy and mixed media-ish. That's the look I'm going for. Okay, that's cool. What I might recommend you do is get yourself some parchment paper and put it in between your pages. Or wax paper. This is wax paper. So it's just really so your pages don't stick together while you're working on them. Now I think that's more here because it's thinner paper. I want some graph paper too. This is the tracing paper that I printed on. And so just kind of mixing the layers, you can play with it and get something that you like. Pull this one down, like so. That's kind of cool. I love this tissue. The more I'm using it, I'm like, wow, that's... Sorry, Mr. Tim Holtz, but I know your patterns are pretty. I just kind of like this. All right, so we'll leave this to dry. Let's see how the other one's doing. Here. This one's still kind of wet, but that's okay. I'll steal some of this wax paper. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. I wanted to do something for the cover with the watercolor, so let me put that there. Get the watercolor paper, and I'm gonna leave the book page here because I might use that. All right, so I have some not very expensive watercolors. There's not even a name on here I can give you, but I've used Crayola watercolors. I have some more expensive watercolors, but you know, I don't think you have to have anything super expensive. You can use markers if you don't have watercolor, but what I wanted to do was get some mixed media or watercolor paper. I have the watercolor paper here. So I'm just gonna grab one of them, and I had a big brush. There you are. And I'm just gonna drop some water on here and then put some color down in a random kind of colorful pattern, and then see what we get. Let's try some of this blue. And then maybe some of this purpley kind of color. Let it come together there like that. I like when it drips. It's kind of cool. What else? What else can we add? I have some of this teal. This is really cool. My watercolor paper is already drying, but that's okay. All right. And then add some color here. And then I'll go in with some green, which will mix fine with that little bit of blue I had on my brush. Like so. Let's see if we can bring some of that blue in there. Perfect. I like when they all kind of meld together. There's some extra there, so let me see if I can Push that off and let it drip back. I'm just going to dry this with my blow dryer quick. Be right back. Okay, I have that one dry. I'm just going to clean off my brush here a little. I didn't bring down a clean, let me grab that. Okay, I needed some clear water because I want to go on a new page with some other colors. And I'm always trying to preserve room on my desk because it's small. I'll put you over there for a second. And so I try to cheat, but sometimes you can't cheat. All right, so let's get some clean water down. Sort of clean. There's a blue tone to it. It's okay. We'll pretend it's seawater. It's the ocean. It's all good. I want to go into some of this yellow. Again, guys, these are not like high intensity professional watercolors that I'm using. As you can tell, as you can probably tell, if you're a watercolor artist, you can definitely tell. But I just want to get color. I want to get a bunch of color together. I don't know what I'm doing now. What am I doing? I don't know. Let's just keep going with it. And I'm going to add some pink. Make it like sunset colors. Maybe this one. There will be watercolor everywhere. All right. Oh, I like that. All right, one more. I need one more color. We'll go a little deeper purple here. Just a little. Nice. Okay, put you there. Let's see. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, I don't want it to be muddy, so don't want to mix it too much, but that's fun. Kind of made some cool designs. Let me blow dry this one. All right, so that's how those worked out when they were dry. And what I want to do is draw on these. But look, if you are intimidated by doodling and drawing, you can use I gave you a bunch of fussy cuts in the kit that you can use. But this is, I advise you that if you want to explore art, just kind of get in there. I am, you see, I'm a hot mess. And so I don't care if it comes out perfectly perfect. But I keep trying, and I have like sketchbooks, and even on stuff like this, I'll just doodle and kind of color it in and see what it looks like. Get used to the feel, get some muscle memory in place. You can also just use your stamps on here, so you can kind of use your magic markers if you don't have watercolors, and then stamp over it and then get the same effect. I'm just going to kind of get in here and do some drawing, perhaps, if I can find a pen. Okay, good. Because I want to do like some leaves, like cut this out, and then I'm going to put it on a piece of black paper, which I thought would be really cool, and then put that on as the cover. So with some words. So what I want to do is like a simple plant design. And so I'm just going to make a curvy line, and then maybe this will be my first leaf. Doesn't have to be perfect. This pen might not be the right thickness for me. Hang on. Maybe this Sharpie will be better. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. We will see. Okay, I'm just going back over that line. I don't have to be neat. I like the double and triple line look when it's not neat. You know, just kind of messy like that. That's my jam. And I don't care if it goes into the white. I kind of want to have some of that. So it's very loose. And the plan is to cut this out, so let's see. A couple more. They're just lines, right? They're just like a scoop, doop. Doesn't have to be perfect. As a matter of fact, it's better when it's not. All right, so let me cut this one out. Well, actually, let's see. I'm going to do another one. Let's do another one here. This time, I'll go like this, and I'll put 2 at the top. Maybe like that. Go like that. You can do them without the center thing, if that's what you want to do. You can put your petals next to each other like that. Come back down here. Make it your own. That's the point, you know, make it your own. And then you can take and put some dots, you know, wherever, doesn't matter. Dots always add interest. I like some dots. Like that. All right, let's cut these out. And then I might add some white dots. I have some Posca pens, so we'll see what that looks like. We'll save this bit because I'm gonna use that as well. I'm just gonna fussy cut here. Generally an outline. All right, I'm not gonna make you sit through this. I'll speed this up. You can watch me do this in triple time. Okay, so it's way harder to cut watercolor paper than it is to cut other paper. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, usually I just turn the paper, but this one's a little harder. And then I want to do a birdie. So I've been practicing birdies for many years. They never quite come out right, but I've come down to one that kind of looks the same every time I do it. And it's real simple. So you just kind of, it depends on which side you come from. I'm going to go from this side. I usually just come up and I make like an S, like so, right? Kind of like an S. And then this one, I just kind of pull it down, and then I can make a fat belly and come back up. And then I like to do the little twirls on the tail like that. Okay, and then I'll add the feet and then a beak. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Of course, now I'm on paper, so we'll see how that comes out. I think I want to do a little birdie. And I want him to be kind of a mix of colors. So I'm going to go the other way for this one, because I want it to fit on the cover. This one's not quite as chubby as I would like, so let me try that again. See? It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. We can make a whole bunch of these papers if you want. better. All right, I like that one better. Come up with this. And then this one I'll go like that. Okay, and then we'll put some little pieces on it. Like that. Super simple, right? The beak is just pink, like that. We do an eyeball. And then we'll do a wing, because it's a bird. It needs to fly. Like so. All right, I want to try that again. All right, I'm going to go from this side. It worked so fine the first time. All right, this one's better. All right, I like this one a lot better. Okay, there's your little beak, and there's your eyeball, and here's your wing. And we'll give you some little feetses. Perfect. All right, this one I like. I like this one a lot better. What do you think? Maybe I'll do some loopies on the wing, like so. We can come back in with another row like that. He's a little lopsided, but I like him and he'll fit on my cover, so I'm going to cut him out. Which one was your favorite? This one was my favorite. And I could still use it if I want to. Actually, I want to make his beak fully black. So you can tell. That's a beak. I am no professional artist, but I do like to doodle. Doodling's fun. And, you know, if you're just sitting there watching a show or something, I don't know what you do. You know, you can just have some scrap paper there and practice some doodling if you're not confident with it. Some of you probably draw really, really well. Way better than this. But I don't care. I like my art. My art makes me happy. And that's what matters, right? I mean, your art should make you happy. It should make you smile. Bring some joy into your world. That's what it's all about, right? Just be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Okay. I just want to cut a little bit out of there. Okay, so those are cool, right? I could do another bird if I want to, but I don't think I'm going to. See where I want my little birdie to sit. Maybe down here. He might work down there. All right, I want to get some black paper and kind of outline this with that. I like this look, and then I think we'll put a word on it, and we will wrap this session up, this sesh. I just wanted to do a cover. I thought that looked so cool, but anyway, all right, so I have to figure out how these are gonna sit. Play with it until you get something you like. Oh, I could do something like that. All right, what I'm trying to get to is I don't need this entire piece like that. Oh, I could put the bird right in the middle. All right, let me get these glued down. I'm gonna use just regular glue now. And I am going to glue these onto the black, and then I'm going to cut out around it and leave just a small space around it after I cut it out. I'll show you when it's done. And I'll be right back when that is all done. I gotta wait for the glue to dry and then cut it out. Okay, I played with it for a while. I don't think I'm gonna put the bird on. All that work, dang it. Thinking, just trying to see. All right, let me put this down. You know what I want? I think I want to take this off and do the edges in like a dark color, like a dark ink. So I'm just gonna take my cover off. Because now that I've lined these with the black, I kind of feel like there's a lot of white going on here. And I don't want that. So where did here's my Stays On pad. And you could do this with a dark magic marker also, you know, like a Sharpie or anything permanent. Just need to kind of bring some other stuff, and I might add just a little bit of a bright background, maybe with some, let's see what we get here. All right, I like that. Where did the watercolor page go? Like a sky, kind of, you know? You know what I mean? Like that. I'm gonna have to go back over it with, what am I gonna put this down with? I think we're gonna use the matte gel. Should I? No, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go right to the edge. It's probably going to squirt out a bit, and that's okay. So I want to make sure it stays down. And I still want to see some of that white and the black there, so. This wipe is mostly dry. Otherwise it might pick up some of that watercolor I did, which I don't want it to do. When you're working with something that isn't straight and flat, and you're used to working with stuff that is straight and flat, it poses quite the challenge. Okay, so I can see a lot of that there. I have some of this, which I might want to add. I do. This one I'm going to use the matte gel for. Hopefully it won't smear too much. I love grids. I don't know what it is, but I've always been a fan. To me, they just add a lot of interest. You stick there. Stay. Okay. Without taking away too much from, you know, the main look. And I don't want to cover up those holes. Let me see, maybe if I Yeah. The birdie just isn't working for me on this one. All right, I think I want to do something like that. Like that. All right, so let me get this one down first. This is fun. This is an experiment in creativity. I'm not like an avid art journaler. I'm more of an avid junk journaler. And so, but this, I wanted to get outside my comfort zone. Why not play a little, right? I hope you guys are playing along. I hope you're also getting outside your comfort level and doing something fun and experimenting. And if we don't like it in the end, we can just throw it in the fire. We just throw it in a fire somewhere. I don't know where, but we could. I don't want to cover up my circle. I think like that. Okay, let me glue it down. Takes a lot of pressing. I'm sure some of you avid art journalers out there will give me and the rest of us non-regular art journalers some tips on working with mixed media. You know, I do it, but like it's not something I'm doing every day, and it's always fun, and it's an experiment. You know, I can't see putting matte gel over top of these, but maybe you can. I don't know. I've used it over top of fabric. Okay, ta-da. Let's see. I just really want to use him. All right, let me get a word, and then maybe I can still fit him in there somehow. I don't know how, but I want one of those words that have okay. So now that my desk is a complete disaster, color burst. I like express without limits. Express without limits and express yourself. I don't know. Let's cut them out and see what we get. I tried to make these so that you could use them as one big word or cut them down there, like between the words. So I hope if you want to do that, it's working out for you. Let's see how we do. It's a little tight. That's okay. I kind of like that look anyway. I know, it's weird. I'm a little weird. Stay weird. It's way more fun on this side anyway. Don't be so serious. All right. Let's use this. Express without limits. And maybe I'll put these on a colored piece of paper. Here. I'll do some different colors, and then that'll make it stand out too. Limits. Without. Let's do this one over here. Good, good. And then this one. Here. Okay, and I'll cut these out. So I have some color behind them. We're kind of doing the opposite now. get this closer. Just want a hint of color. Like that. Just doesn't want to give. Okay. Now I might be able to use the birdie if I kind of lift him up and off the page with like a piece of kids foam, you know, kids foam. Express without limits. Okay, so let's say I'm going to do that here and lift him off. Then I could use that, and then I could do express without limits. The birdie could go to, nope, I definitely want him up there. Okay, so let me get these down. There's a lot of dimension on this cover, even though we didn't really add anything underneath. It's just that everything's so thick. Like my head. So it kind of has a really cool feel. Let's do that one there. And then this one, maybe I could put a leaf or something on the bottom here. So I'll leave that open. Let me get a piece of foam. Well, I don't know where it went. Story of my life. I'm going to use these, but these, I never trust the, you know, the sticky on these because it's garbage. So I'll just add some extra sticky. Oh, come on, stay. There you go. I mean, why make an adhesive dot if you're not going to make the adhesive worth anything? You know? It's just frustrating when you do something and then it's falling apart and coming apart on you. Come on. Okay. There. Now that he's raised up a little, it makes me feel better. I like that a lot better. All right. What do you think? What do you think? Honestly, what do you think? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Okay, so that's our play today. I'll be back with a number more videos. I want to play more in the other journal and give you some ideas in there. It's, you know, it's an art journal, so a lot of it might look the same, but I want to give you some different techniques and stuff to use. I have some ideas for some other stuff, but I think that's enough for today. I hope you guys liked playing along. If you did, give it a thumbs up so I know. And if you're new here and you like this sort of thing, go ahead and hit subscribe. And then you'll know, if you hit that bell, when I release the next video. All right, guys, this has been fun and messy, but I like it. I hope I see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day or night.